Welcome to Evolving Into Her. I'm Ashlee Hope, and this is your weekly check-in to get out of your head, into your body, and back into alignment with the version of you who's already living the vision. So grab your favorite cup of tea, settle in, and let's get into the show. Hey sis, and welcome back to Evolving Into Her. This is a sacred space, a safe space where we tell the truth about who we've been, where we honor who we're becoming, and we remember that alignment isn't just a destination, right? It's a way of life. It's a way of being. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome friend, welcome sis. Hey girl, hey. My name is Ashlee, and around here we talk identity, mindset, healing, energy, and becoming the kind of woman your future self would be proud of. And not just the curated version of you, but the healed version, the whole version, the confident version, the secure version. This space was created for women who are done performing, who are ready to evolve and ready to get off the healing hamster wheel. And today's episode is one of those heart-to-heart conversations. It is the kind that stretches you. It's the kind that will hold a mirror. It's the kind that may shift your perspective. It's the kind that calls you into the next level of softness and self-honoring. And today we're talking about something that's gotten real loud in the culture, right? It's cute on the timeline. It's funny in the group chats, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally, it is robbing some of y'all of the very thing you say you want. And this mindset says all men cheat. The dating pool is full of piss. Men ain't shit. If there's nobody left, I'll just be alone. So we're going to go there today, girl, because I know the version of you you're becoming is craving something deeper, something softer, something more sacred. Not just love, but love that feels like peace, love that feels like home, love that feels like safety. And in order to receive that kind of love, you're going to have to start releasing some things, some stories, some armors, some beliefs that used to protect you, but they can't come with you into your next chapter. And if you didn't know, one of the core pillars of evolving into her is becoming the secure woman. The woman who isn't operating from her trauma or her triggers or her timelines or her expectations. The woman who's done performing and who is finally ready to feel safe enough to soften, safe enough to receive. And that part of the work is heart healing. Letting your heart become a place where love can land and not just a place that guards you from things, experience, and people who could potentially hurt you. So that's where we're going today, sis. But before we dive in, make sure you're signed up for the Evolving Into Her newsletter. That is my absolute favorite way to pour into you during the week. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes I may send a voice note, a reflection. Sometimes I may send journal prompts or affirmations, spirit-led downloads. It is free and it's full of goodness. So make sure you tap the show links and the link will be there. Okay, girl, you know the deal. Get comfy, grab your favorite drink, and let's get into the show. Okay, we're going to start here. Let's just call a spade, because some of y'all want love, like deep love, real love, healthy, happy, I feel safe here kind of love. But you're still carrying belief systems that sound like men ain't shit, all men cheat, there's pee in the dating pool, love is a setup, all the good ones are taken, I'm good, I don't even want a man. And I get it, I really do. I know those beliefs didn't come out of nowhere. They came from somewhere real, from your real lived experience, from your heartbreak, from betrayal, from watching the people that you love settle and suffer or stay in situations that harden them. Maybe you picked it up from your mom or your aunties. Maybe it started in the group chats. Maybe TikTok made you laugh just a little too hard. And now that mindset is your default. And so I want to be clear. I am not judging you. Friend, I am sharing this to free you from the belief systems that are quietly blocking the very love that you say you want, the love that you prayed for, the love that you set intentions for. Because what we expect in love, what we assume is normal, what we rehearse in our heads again and again, that becomes the baseline we live in. So sis, if your baseline is, I don't trust men, or there's no one worth dating, or he's probably lying. Even when someone aligned does show up in your life, you may not recognize it, or worse, you'll sabotage it before it has the chance to take root and blossom into anything real. And I'm going to get even more honest. A lot of these beliefs we carry around men, they didn't start from a place of hate. They started from a place of hurt, and they became armor. You didn't become this cynical because you're bitter. You became this way because your heart learned how to survive. You've been let down. You've been ghosted. You've been lied to. You've been gaslit. You've poured into people who were never built to hold it. And now your nervous system is on high alert. It flinches at kindness. It will question consistency. It expects the other shoe to drop because that's what your body remembers. That's all your body knows. So saying men ain't shit feels like protection. It keeps you guarded. It keeps you detached. It keeps you unbothered. But the gag is, and I say this with love, it also keeps you unavailable. Energetically, you're saying you want love, but emotionally, you're halfway out the door, already looking for the exit sign, already convinced it won't last. And again, I say this with love. If we don't release the armor, we cannot receive the blessing. And y'all know I like to insert, honey, take notes. If we don't release the armor, we cannot receive the blessing. Can I get an amen, somebody? Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. You are not wrong for building walls. Your safety matters. Your nervous system deserves to feel protected. But at some point, you get to ask yourself, am I protecting myself from harm, or am I protecting myself from being loved? And per usual, let's go even deeper, because over here, we don't stop at surface level advice, okay? We get to the roots. And so this is more than what you say out of your mouth. This is about what you believe about yourself and about what you deserve. Who do you identify as when it comes to love? Are you the woman who always gets left? The one who gives more than she receives? The one who attracts narcissists? Are you the healer, the fixer, the over-functioning ride or die? The one who's used to disappointment? Because if your identity is wrapped in heartbreak, you will keep recreating scenarios that match that identity, no matter how many boundaries you write in your journal. So part of this work is shifting your identity, becoming the woman who is safe to receive healthy love, not because she's perfect, not because she has it all figured out, not because she's healed, but because she knows who she is, because she doesn't chase love, she embodies it. The more you return to that version of you, the more you soften, the more you regulate, the more you soothe your nervous system, the more you remember your worth, the less confusion you tolerate, the less chaos you confuse for chemistry, the less crumbs you accept just to say someone stayed or that you got a man. And that's when your energy field, when your frequency starts to shift, that's when alignment starts finding you. And I want to say this clearly. This isn't about bypassing your standards. This isn't about pretending your pain didn't happen. This is about moving from cynicism to discernment. Because yes, there are good men, sis. There are emotionally available men out there. There are men in therapy. There are men healing. There are men walking with God. There are men who are doing the work to be better and do better. There are men who lead with softness and clarity and intentionality. But if your frequency is still stuck on pain, if you've rehearsed they all cheat for so long that it's become your gospel. If your nervous system only recognizes dysfunction as love, you will reject what's good for you without even realizing it. And so I'm going to leave you with a few reminders, some gentle reminders, some big sis reminders. A, let go of the memes, the reels, the content that normalize dysfunction, that normalize the gender wars, that normalize the men ain't shit conversations, okay? B, stop bonding with women over how trash men are. It may have been true for you at one point in your life, but choose differently. Choose elevated conversations. Choose to have conversations with women who have healed perceptions of men, who have beautiful relationships, who are in happy partnership. C, mute the content that reinforces fear, scarcity, heartbreak cycles. And D, reclaim your own expectations, right? Not the expectations of your mom, your friends, your aunties, these women on social media. You don't have to lower your standards. You just have to clear the beliefs that told you those standards were unrealistic in the first place. And here's something else while I'm on the topic. Thinking in absolutes. That's a trauma response too. And this looks like all men are trash. Every man cheats. They always lie. There's no one left. Those are not just opinions. That is your pain talking. That is your trauma talking. That is your projection and your protection talking. Those are stories your nervous system clings to when hope feels too big, when hope feels too risky. But you can't attract healthy love if you don't believe it exists in the first place. And when you think in absolutes like that, you remove the possibility of healing. You remove nuance. You remove grace. You remove God's ability to surprise you. Clock it. And so the secure woman, that healed version of you, she doesn't speak in generalizations. She doesn't say all men cheat. She may say, I've experienced betrayal, but I'm healing from that. And I trust myself to choose differently. She doesn't say there's no one out there. Instead, she may say alignment takes time, but I believe in divine timing. I believe in love that's rooted in truth. So if you catch yourself spiraling into absolutes, black and white thinking, just take a pause, reel it back in, and do a simple reframe. It doesn't have to be complicated. You could say something like, you know what? That's not the whole truth. Or that was one chapter. That was one season of my life. That's not my story. That's not the whole book. Or you can say something like, that belief is heavy and I'm choosing to lay it down. I'm choosing to release it. And that's how you begin shifting your story. That's how you create space for something new. That's how you make room for what is aligned for you. And what you're probably not realizing is that when you carry the men ain't shit mindset, you'll start trying to protect yourself in all the wrong ways. You may notice that you start to downplay your desires. I don't want no man. I don't need no man. I'm good just doing me. You may convince yourself that you don't need anybody. You'll start scoffing at the idea of love because that feels safer than to hope for it. But under all of that, sis, we see you. You do want love. You do want to feel safe. You do want to be seen. You do want to be loved well without having to struggle to earn it. And you're allowed to have that. So let this be your moment to stop speaking death over your love life, to stop pretending that your detachment and your unbothered attitude is strength, because it's not. Let this be your moment to stop shrinking your desires just because your past couldn't hold them, just because the people in your past mishandled you and mishandled your heart. That's how we evolve. Not by pretending we don't want love, we don't need love, but by finally believing we're worthy of receiving it. And now let's shift. Let's move out of the head and into the body. Let's soften the mind and settle into the heart. Let's stop thinking, replaying, questioning, analyzing, and just feel. This is your moment to come back home to yourself. This is your moment to feel. This is your moment to experience. This is your moment to just be. And if you're a girly who usually skips a moment for her, I'm not calling y'all out, but I know some of y'all do. I highly suggest that you set aside 2 to 3 minutes to join us on this journey. This one is deeply healing and impactful. It won't take a lot of your time, and you don't have to sit crisscross applesauce in meditation. You just need a moment to be still. And so now let's get into a moment for her. Friend, I invite you to take in a slow and deep breath in through your nose. And exhale softly through your mouth. Again, one more time. Inhale peace. And exhale everything that's been heavy. Everything that is no longer aligned, everything that is not yours. And just let your shoulders relax and unclench your jaw. Unfurrow your brow. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your belly soften. And just allow your heart to open, even if it's just a little. And if you're in a space where it is safe to do so, I invite you to place one hand over your heart and place the other over your womb space or your belly. This is where your knowing lives. This is where your softness begins. This is where your future self whispers back to you. And you can say to yourself out loud or in your heart, I am safe to receive love that honors me. I release what hurt me, but I don't let it define me. I am available for softness, for safety, for sacred connection. I speak life over my love life. I speak light and joy and ease and peace and overflow. And sis, this is just a reminder that you are right on time for the kind of love that mirrors your healing, not your heartbreak. Not your traumas, not your triggers. Let this be your turning point. And just breathe that in. Allow it to resonate as truth. Allow yourself to receive it. And most importantly, to believe it. And that's it for today, sis. If this episode landed, please send it to someone you love. Don't keep it to yourself. Share it, reflect on it, revisit it when you need a reminder of who the F you are and what you deserve, okay? And if you're ready to support your healing on a soul level, check out Her Energy Reset. You deserve to feel clear. You deserve to feel grounded. You deserve to feel deeply supported. You can find the link to join in the show notes. And remember, you are allowed to want love. You are allowed to believe in it again. You are allowed to have standards and softness. Let's keep evolving. Let's keep shedding what no longer serves us. Let's keep becoming the secure woman your future is calling for. I'm Ashlee Hope, and until next time, stay devoted to your becoming. I'm Ashlee Hope, and you've been listening to Evolving Into Her. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for choosing her, for choosing yourself. And until next time, stay in devotion to your becoming.